that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Let's turn up. Energy.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. All right, we can probably talk about this. Okay.
Let's talk about X-Men. Holy
today, the first time ever I watched something before this fool.
Yeah.
I watched X-Men this morning, and this fool didn't watch it.
I forgot to watch it, and then we were setting up for the podcast, and then I was like, oh shit, I didn't even watch X-Men. And so we just watched it.
So everybody, if you heard me last week, our prayers have been answered, man.
Yes.
This was a phenomenal episode, bro.
Oh my God.
Marvel, bravo, bro.
Yes.
Freaking bravo, bro. This is what we want, bro.
Yes.
I didn't even know half the people that was in it because I don't really know the X-Men comics. Dre, I came over and watched it with Dre again the second time, and he was telling me this person, and man, this was a phenomenal episode, dog.
Oh, we didn't even put the mics on.
I got the mic. I got my mic on. We're still testing our live mics. Last week we did something weird, but we're gonna get it popping this time. But yes, man, X-Men episode 5?
Dude. Yeah, episode 5.
Episode 5 was amazing, bro.
I mean,
absolutely,
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I almost started crying at the end of the episode, dude. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So let's get into it, right? The one thing that I was like, let's just say this first and foremost. I named the episode last week X-Men 97 is horny as fuck, and because it is, all right, it is.
Yeah.
And they limited our views on they wouldn't let me promote it, obviously, and and they limited our views because I named it that. But it's okay. I knew that one day people are gonna go back and be like, oh, he said it first, all right. So but it is, this episode proved it, that this episode is just Avery was like, dude, I thought they were about to have sex right there. Like, this is crazy. Like, Rogue and
Magneto, a little horn dog, bro.
Magneto, and he's like on some player shit where he's like cucking fucking Gambit right in front of him and saying like,
oh, that's what I was gonna say too, bro. So everybody watch the episode. If you haven't watched the episode, I'm sorry.
We're gonna talk about it. So if you didn't watch it, oh well.
So Magneto is a punk, dude. He's a punk, bro. Because you gotta understand how much of a punk you gotta be to be like, you ain't gonna do nothing to him, bro. Yeah. Magneto is like OP. So every time he says something, like Gambit knows, like, damn, I can't whoop him though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things where it's like, dang, bro, like he just disrespected me, but like I can't fight him because he's crazy.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Okay, look, one of the coolest things that I love about the X-Men, this series in particular, the way that when the Sentinels are coming, and we already know how powerful the Sentinels are. We know that they hunt mutants and all this stuff, but they use that as a way to show who is like the most powerful, right? And by saying, oh, Omega level mutant detected, which is, if you don't know, an Omega level mutant is like one of the most powerful mutants. Like, they are crazy. They can like shift like the whole entire Earth. Like Magneto could probably take the Earth's core and move it if he wanted to, and that's how powerful this guy is, right? Same thing with Storm. She can control like the weather. That's insane. When she made the desert fucking glass from striking it with lightning and then breaking the light, like, that's crazy stuff, right? That most people can't do. Also, Iceman is a Omega level mutant. He could freeze the whole planet and bring another ice age if he wanted to. Sheesh. Like that. That's how powerful they are, right? So these guys, like, they do shit like that, and I was blown away with that. Like, that was crazy. So then in this episode, right, they did it with Storm in the first episode. This episode they do it with Magneto, and you're like, oh shit. When they say Omega level mutant detected, you're like, oh, someone's about to go off right now, because they didn't even sense it at first. They sensed it when he starts using his powers fully, right? And they're like, holy shit, this thing's powerful. We gotta attack that guy
he
first.
Was smacking him like he was using a train like a freaking
my god,
lasso.
Dude. Yeah, that was crazy. He pulled the train, whip it, dude, like beating his ass with the fucking. It was
I was like, bro, that's crazy.
If you've been watching WrestleMania, which we talked about WrestleMania last time, I think, or did we talk about WrestleMania? Or this is us talking about WrestleMania.
Let's talk about
it. Shit, we're gonna talk about it. But Roman Reigns and The Rock, Cody Rhodes has like a weight belt that says Cody Rhodes, and remember The Rock kept whipping him. That was Magneto. I might make that meme. I have to put that on Twitter.
He was smacking him.
But that part, and then dude, I was blown away because he was protecting himself from like that giant ray, right? The ray that's like wiping out fucking mutants. He's protecting himself with, and the Morlocks from that. Like Leech is over there hugging him and shit, and he's protecting them. But at the same time, as he's like blocking this fucking mega attack, he senses that Rogue and Gambit are over there trying to come save him, and he uses a steel beam and just wraps them up in the steel beam so they can't get out.
That joke was crazy,
right? So while he's blocking, he's over here also using his powers to like put them in check, which is that's crazy level powers. You know, that I was blown away when I saw that. I was like, how he's doing two things at once. He's protecting from a mega blast, which if you see like something like Dragon Ball Z or something, right, and like this he unleashes a spirit bomb on Frieza, and Frieza's trying to block it. Like, imagine if Frieza was blocking it but then also being like, oh, let me fuck up these guys over here real quick. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's OP, man.
So it's cool how they show the Omega level mutants in that way. It's really fucking dope.
But it's crazy too, because it's like, man, like I honestly, like growing up, like I knew about X-Men, you know what I mean, but like Gambit was a favorite, I guess, of our like mine. Like when I seen like him with the cards, and like seeing this episode, bro, he was cooking. I was like, oh shoot, like you might get hang with Magneto low key. Like the way he was handling
the one thing that
everything,
I could say,
I was like, oh shoot, he's going in.
He charges up things, right? Especially metal. I'm sure if Magneto is just using metal to throw it at him, he just fucking makes it explode. Like, what could he really do? I think they would kind of block each other's powers out, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, I rock with Gambit this episode, man. He was really about that action, like saving the other mutants, and then saving his girl, and then that last part where he like
scene,
actually,
dude. Oh my God.
that joint was crazy.
That got me, man. That got me because like you said it perfectly. Gambit's always been like a fan favorite. He's always been like a cool ass X-Men. Fucking Channing Tatum wants to play him in a movie. Channing Tatum's been trying to make a movie about Gambit for like 10 years now. He's been trying to pitch it and play him, and like they haven't picked it up and they haven't put him in. But I mean, he's the ultimate fan casting. When the X-Men finally come to the MCU and we get a Gambit, it has to be a Channing Tatum. It has to be Channing Tatum. Even though that's not what Gambit looks like, you know, but I think he would make it work.
I mean, they'll put some hair on him. They'll probably make him look like because he's pretty big. Gambit looks a little like
black
skinny.
eyes with red eyes. Like, that's fucking dope, dude. He looks crazy. But so anyways, Gambit's dope as fuck, and you get so invested in it. And I noticed what they're doing in these episodes, that they're kind of giving each X-Men their own storyline, I guess, right? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of like focusing on maybe like one X-Men to kind of like last it was Jamboree, right? This time it's Gambit. So it's even the episode name is Remember It, right? Which is at the end his like last words, right? So it's just crazy. They kind of focus on him, and it gets you so invested in Gambit and his story and his you know, he wants to be with Rogue, but he's like, he knows that he's like a bad person in some sense, right? He's like, because if you know more about Gambit, he's like part of the thieves and stuff, right? Like association. He doesn't like assassins, and it's like this whole thing. There's like an assassins guild and a thief guild, and he's from the thief guild, and they don't fuck with the assassin guild, and so he doesn't like being an assassin. Like, he doesn't like being called an assassin, but he's a thief, and so he just knows that he's like like he even said, "I've always been your swamp rat," like stuff like that, you know. Which, by the way, we're gonna talk about the bars that are in this fucking episode. Whoever the writers went off, dude. Fuck J. Cole and Kendrick. The writers of X-Men '97 went off with some bars in this shit. But he even like the whole thing of him, just you feel bad for him that he even feels like, I don't deserve to be loved by her, or like I'm not gonna get the girl that I want because like I'm just a dirty down like scoundrel kind of person. So you kind of feel for that, and then you're building up this whole thing with him and Rogue, and you see how Rogue is with Magneto, and then you feel like it's just like they built it up so perfect, and then for him to like save everyone at the very end, and he's the one that defeats the fucking Sentinel that just literally destroyed everyone, right? Like, that was crazy. Which the way they killed him,
shout
like,
out
oh my god, dude!
Shout out to the
so good
to the Genosha. I just want to say Genosha. Is Genosha not Genosha? It's Genosha.
It's Genosha, yeah.
Genosha. Okay. I just want to say I like that. That was sick.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, dude!
When they flew there and they went there, and it's like it's like
Wakanda-esque, yeah.
And like I was like, dang, dude, like it was cool because everybody was like, they're doing their powers, they're all happy. I'm like, yo, this is sick.
Except for that blob dude, the guy who was like pink with the skeleton. That guy was terrible. If I could get a picture of him, I'll put him up right here.
But I rock with that. I'm like, dang, dude, that's sick. Like imagine a live action version of that.
I know,
like,
dude.
They're kind
just
of
hella mutants, everyone their own powers and stuff.
Yeah, that's sick.
That is true. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's gonna be dope.
I rock with that.
When we get the live version of that.
But
oh my god.
But yeah, and then also I wanted to say because I feel Gambit because whoever created this animation stuff, yo, Rogue is fire.
Rogue is fire. She's so fine. Dude.
See, this is the second time out of
and they nerfed her. Think about this. They took away her booty, and she's still fine.
Yeah, see, look, man. I don't know what it is, bro.
Come on, man.
But the cartoons, man. This is the second person. This is the second girl in the cartoons that I like, and the animations that I like. Rogue, and then the chick from Invincible, the Viltrumite chick from the Invincible, bro.
And the chick from Atlantis.
Huh?
And the chick from Atlantis.
Oh yeah, Princess Kita for sure.
Princess Kita.
But yeah, man, like the way whoever creates them, like
they know what they're doing, bro.
Yeah,
they're drawing perfect proportions.
Because man, dude, Rogue looks good in this, and like, you know what I mean. She came down when she was supposed to be the queen of the Genosha. She came down and floating like an angel.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? But yeah, man, this is a great episode. I feel like yo, Marvel, y'all watching our podcast, bro?
I know, seriously,
because we had some words for y'all last week.
I mean, technically, the show was made before the podcast was made, so they could, you know.
I want to say that,
but maybe they watch our old episodes and they were like, you know, like, hey, let's fulfill what they want. But it's crazy because, like what I mentioned on the last podcast, it's hard to judge X-Men right now because Invincible's on, and Invincible's so compelling and so good, and then boom, Invincible season finale happens. No more Invincible. I haven't thought about Invincible for a week. We get X-Men, and boom, baby, like it is everything that it needed to be. Elite episode. There's no Invincible to compare it to. It is on its own, and now it's in its little prime. Like maybe they knew, like they're like, let's give them these little filler episodes until Invincible's done, and then hit them hard because this shit was crazy. Big thing too, I wanted to mention. If you know anything about the X-Men, you know about the Hellfire Gala, right? So as soon as I saw the Hellfire Gala was happening, like I saw when they went to Genosha. Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler. Amazing character, dude. One of my favorite characters of all time. Nightcrawler shows up. Then they're talking about going to the Hellfire Gala, and I already knew. I was like, oh, it's about to go down. And Avery's like, oh shit. So like, but in the comics, like that's where shit happens at the Hellfire Gala. They have and funny thing is the Disney and Marvel actually hosted a Hellfire Gala last year in Anaheim, I think, and I wanted to go really bad. And I was telling Kat, like, we should go. It's gonna be dope. It's like a ball where they play music and there's good food and everyone's dressed up, but they're dressed up as X-Men characters in like an elegant way. Yeah. Right. So it's cool. Like, and I saw a bunch of pictures from it, and it was actually dope. So I knew a lot about this Hellfire Gala, and I was just like, oh, shit, it's about to go down. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but it was crazy. I didn't think everyone was gonna just explode and die. That was fucking wild.
Is that from? You ever seen Stranger Things?
Kind of.
Okay, they have a Hellfire Club. Is that?
Oh no, that's different.
Okay,
that's different.
I mean, but it had nothing to do with Stranger Things. No. It was a club, like Hellfire Club.
Yeah. It's because it's that guy. Remember the guy that I kept saying is a villain? I'm like, oh, that guy's bad. That guy's bad. Yeah. With Emma Frost. I think he starts the Hellfire Club, and it's like a collective of these like mutants, like kind of like the Illuminati almost, right, kind of thing. And I know Magneto's like bad with them and stuff. I don't know the most, but I know enough, right? Too. They definitely died. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a main villain.
So they definitely. I thought they were gonna do some more shit
with them. Yeah. But crazy enough. Anyways, that was all crazy. The Hellfire Gala was crazy. The giant fucking sentinel with 3 heads that was blowing everyone up was insane. When it happened, it felt like a war movie. Like it was all the music was perfect. The sound effects were perfect. The way that they would cut in and out of audio sometimes, like as if, you know, on Saving Private Ryan when the bomb goes off and he's like, all he hears is ringing in his ears and he's looking around and people are just dead around him and people are picking up their limbs. Yeah. And like that's what it felt like. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
This is what I love, right? So like you gave us the beginning. In the beginning they gave us like Cyclops and Jean Grey had a baby and then they had to get rid of the baby, blah blah blah.
It felt it. They so now
and
everything unanswered. They like went on.
And then Rogue and then Magneto had a little whatever they had, whatever, and then obviously, you know, Gambit wants, you know, to be with them, whatever. And then, you know, I don't know, I think I heard Genosha, but I didn't really know. But then they come to Genosha, and then boom, everything just piles up on it, and then they bring freaking the baby back. And
oh my
he's
God,
trying to save
Cable,
his,
dude.
he's
Cable
trying to save
back.
his mom, which is dope. That was sick because it was like that was unexpected. That was super unexpected.
Yeah, the way he showed up, and he just showed up, and you're like, oh fuck, he's trying to stop something from happening, or at least trying to save someone from like, and then he's like, I'm too late. Like, it's crazy. He showed up too late. He wasn't able to do it, and then he's like, bye, peace out.
Which is crazy. I mean, I'm like.
So did Jean die?
I think that version did. I feel like.
So then, or was that Madeline? That was Madeline Pryor.
She wasn't even a part of the fight. And
that was Madeline Pryor.
And she's like super duper like OP.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe she was just like she left to try to find him or something. I feel like
because they didn't really show anything after that. Yeah, they just like showed that she died and then started going after
No. They showed a big explosion, so maybe she was right there and she just got incinerated or whatever.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
But that was Madeline Pryor. That's the clone technically. So Jean is still in on Earth with the X-Men.
Yeah,
with the rest of the X-Men, right? Wolverine and Jean and Cyclops and Beast and Jubilee and Morph.
But like it's like in reality, bro. Like what could a Cable have done right there? Because you can't get everybody out in time.
I think he was just there to save his mom. That's what it seemed like, at least. You know.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe he knows that. Maybe he knows that his mom died. Because I mean, technically, he's in the future, right? So he would know that his mom died at the Hellfire Gala. So he's trying to go back to stop it, right? Maybe at least save her. So I don't know, but that was crazy. And he was like, "I'm too late, sorry, mom." As he was like getting phased back in his own time. Like, that was crazy, dude. There was so much that happened in this episode, man.
Damn, you gotta understand too, bro. Like it's like he went back super far because you gotta understand he went to the future. And he was growing up a baby in the future. Yeah. So
he's already like a grown ass man. Yeah. But going back to the future. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the future and he's grown, so he's even more in the future. And now
that's
he's
crazy to think about. That's crazy to think about. So he probably like 100 years ahead.
If not more.
Because they didn't specify what future. It could be 2,000 years ahead.
Yeah, it could be thousands of years.
When he was a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when he went, wherever they went, wherever Bishop took him, it could be thousands of years from that time.
And that goes back to something I put on Instagram a minute ago. Super off topic. I'm so sorry, but I just gotta say it. Time travel doesn't exist.
Yeah, because then
people would be here by now, bro. Yeah. Like, not saying like 50 years ahead, 100 years. We talking about like 2,000, 3,000. If I feel like if time travel existed, somebody. At least, we're degenerates, bro.
Yeah,
humans are,
egotistical. I mean? So like someone would be like, "Hey, I'm the time traveler. I came back in time."
So like, bro, I don't think it would ever exist.
Yeah, that's true.
Ever, in my opinion.
Unless there's like shifts. So this is also off topic, but there's been shifts where like think about like the Mandela effect, right? Mm-hmm. What if every time that someone came back and changed something or did something, we don't remember them? Because because things all shift, so like we have a collective memory of like the Berenstein Bears, not the Berenstein Bears, right? Yeah. But at that moment, someone changed something, and so now we all now like the one thing that changed is the Berenstein Bears. But we're all like, wasn't the Berenstein Bears? So we all kind of remember something about it, but we don't. So every time we have one of those shifts, like every time someone comes back, something shifts, and we don't remember them, but we remember something from that past reality.
I still don't believe it because I feel like somebody would be.
I know. So I believe ego. Yeah,
because I swear, this is just me. If I had a time travel machine, I would go back in time and just be on some nigga stuff, like just some like I don't know what I would do, but I would do something crazy.
On all of UFC 300, I would do a 15 fight parlay, put all my savings on it, and be gone.
I would be doing weird, like I'd be doing super side missions. So yeah, I don't know, but that's super off topic. But yeah, man,
it's
shout
crazy.
To Cable for pulling up on his
Another thing I wanted to talk about is the bars, right? At least one of the bars that he says when Magneto first gets to Genosha and he's talking to the reporter or the head of like the UN, I guess, for Earth.
Yeah.
She says, I didn't know that nations would elect a terrorist as a leader, and he says, yet your nations allow leaders to become terrorists.
Oh, bars.
And I was
bars.
Oh my god, fuck like that by Kendrick, and fuck 7 Minute Drill, man. That hit. I was like, Magneto spitting right now, dude. Whoever wrote that was so dope, because that only not only hits for that, but it's like it hits us, right? Like he's attacking Earth and people and humans in real life with that line. It's like, yeah, we don't allow terrorists to become leaders, but we let our leaders act as terrorists, right? So that's some wild shit. That really hit me, where I was like, oh fuck, dude, damn, they're really they're going at it, dude. So yeah, I don't know, it was crazy though, dude. What a fucking episode. I was blown away. At the end, the last thing I want to talk about is, you know, because we've already kind of spoiled everything, but I didn't want to give the biggest spoiler away, is, dude, rest in peace to Gambit, man. That Gambit, was wild. Like, he really went at it. He really, like, tried to save as many people as he could.
I mean, he did. He blew up the...
So even before that, right, when he's trying to go attack the Sentinel, and, when fucking Rogue is trying to go attack the Sentinel, and he goes and he throws his motorcycle at her to stop her from getting killed, and then he goes to try to kill it, and then I'm like, oh, he's about to go off. He's about to do it. And then, boom, he gets stabbed. That I felt that stab. I was like, oh shit. Like my adrenaline, everything stopped in that moment, where it was just like, oh fuck, dude. I felt my heart drop, and I was just like, no, you can't kill Gambit. That's crazy. And then, I mean, his powers, ultimate powers, fucking so dope. The stab, when they stab him with this like metal arm, the Sentinel, the giant Sentinel that's killing everyone, and then he turns that metal arm and uses it, like, converts the energy, and it's just and then the whole entire Sentinel gets powered by his energy, and then poof, that's how the episode ends, bro. Crazy.
And then no. You gotta tell him, when it doesn't end there. It ends. He's in his girl's arms.
Oh my god.
That's the deep one.
That's one deep, because
she was
that's
like,
where I almost started crying.
Because she was like, it was a bar. Because the whole thing was she can't touch him, and she has him in his arms,
and she's like with no gloves on, she's holding him skin to skin.
She says, I can't feel you. That joint was like,
that was crazy. I almost started crying. I almost started crying. I was like, am I about to cry right now with this cartoon, dude?
Bro.
Holy shit.
That's what that's and shout out to the creators and the writers and everybody, because they set that up. They set that up, because every time, like,
the whole thing
Gambit wants to be with her, and it's like, the whole thing is she can't touch him, and he's like, I don't care.
Even the conversation they had earlier, when she's saying, you know, it's more than skin deep sometimes. Kind of remember she was saying that stuff, like and she's like, I can't touch you. Your heart beats for me, but I can't feel it. Stuff like that. It's just all this crazy stuff where it's all because they can't touch each other, right? So it's like, we love each other, we want to be together. But
what's her name too?
Magneto with that line.
Because she wanted to be with Gambit.
Yeah.
So, boy, that joint was.
She's hitting. Like, our thing is skin deep. Like, I'm able to touch you, but we don't have anything beyond that, right? So it's like, it's that thing where it's like, you love this person, but you don't connect physically, but this person you connect physically with, but you don't love them, right? And she chose to be with someone that she loved, which
freaky show, man. This is watching a live porno, bro.
It is wild. It is wild. It's definitely not made for kids. This is something awesome, and maybe some kids can watch it and be like, this is cool, right? But they don't understand the deeper meaning of everything that's going on. They're really, like, speaking to adults on this one, and it's that last, to quote Avery, that joint was that joint.
Yeah, no, for sure, because it was two in there. It was the, you know, Sorry Mom by Cable, that hit deep, and then boom, and then Rogue was like, I can't feel you.
I literally was like welling, like I felt my eyes like getting heavy, like I was like, oh, I'm about to fucking cry right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. Amazing episode, Marvel. That was great. I appreciate y'all, man. Job. That's what we freaking wanted,
bro. And this is what we have to look for from the X-Men's. Like, what's crazy, and I hate when I say X-Men's, I meant X-Men. But it's wild, because we've had 10 years. This is why I hate you motherfuckers, and not you guys, because you guys are watching it, but you know what I'm talking about. You know who DJ Khaled talks about when he says them? That's what I'm talking about. Them, dude. Them. I hate they, dude. I hate them. And anyways, them who don't believe in Marvel and who are saying, oh, Marvel fell off, Marvel this, blah blah blah. Yo, there's so many storylines in Marvel that they have not even touched yet. Do you understand? Like, we had almost 15 years of Marvel, great fucking cinema, storylines, the Avengers, all that stuff. That's great. They haven't even touched X-Men yet, and X-Men has some of the greatest storylines. They're touching it. They're tipping their toes in it with the animated series, and we're seeing some of the best storylines and stuff. This Hellfire Gala, the mutants, the way that it connects with our world and our politics and everything. amazing. And they haven't even touched it yet. We haven't even gone to live action yet. So wait till they get to live action with this shit. And all you little thems who's hating, they're gonna be like, oh, well, see, it's because we needed the X-Men back. No. You were off the train.
Yeah.
You don't get to get back on it, all right?
So
when the X-Men are doing major numbers and you're like, oh my god, these X-Men movies are amazing, but Phase 5 sucked. Nah, fuck you, dude. Stick with it.
There's so many people who are definitely not on the Marvel train right now.
Oh my god.
And I feel
Look at my
like
shirt. Have I ever changed my shirt?
I feel like maybe Deadpool is gonna change that. If not that, then for sure Fantastic Four. But like, we are in it right now, dog. Like, you gotta understand, everybody that's watching too, man. Y'all are in it with us, man. We in the growing era of we in the what would we say? This is second quarter of Marvel right now. You know what I mean? First quarter was a banger with the Iron Man version. You know what I'm saying? That job was heat. And then we did a halftime with Secret Invasion and all that. Like, that was halftime. We don't count that. We don't count that. Now we in the second quarter. It's a halftime of the world, you know what I mean? Not
it's college basketball. It's college basketball.
College basketball. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're in the second half, and it's about to go crazy because X-Men's here, and I didn't even know anything about X-Men till probably like 2 months ago, and now I'm like, okay, I see the vision.
Now you know why everyone is so hyped with X-Men.
I see the vision. So I'm hyped to see what
crazy,
comes out of this.
There's so many good characters in X-Men that oh man, it's so good.
You know what's even crazier now that I think about it? I think about the first time Marvel, the MCU said mutants, and it was with Miss Marvel, and I was like,
you didn't care.
Yeah. Now I'm like, that probably means more.
Oh, yeah. Do you understand why people are going crazy?
No, I'm saying like, if I would have known, and watched like all the X-Men and like really was into it, if that bar would have probably hit
paid
me.
off, more for you.
Yeah. So now I'm like, okay.
That's why I think that show was good. Because of that one line.
This guy, no, we're not gonna give it that. I mean, this show was okay, but anyways, man. Shout out to Marvel, man. We appreciate y'all for X-Men, man.
Yeah.
Y'all did it right. Let's get ready for next freaking episode because we don't even know what's about to happen.
Oh my god, dude.
Who sent them?
I mean, yeah.
That's it right there. Who sent them? You know? Do you need to watch comics?
I think that it's oddly suspicious that someone from the UN and Earth was there. I think it's like Earth politicians who don't fuck with the mutants. They don't want them to have their own thing and be, I don't know. That's just me. Okay. That's what I think. Okay, so we'll see. Mostly because it seems like the whole
Sinister.
Yeah, it could be Sinister. It could be fucking Apocalypse. It could be a lot of people, man.
Yeah, it could be a lot of people. But yeah, man, shout out to this episode, bro.
But I don't think Apocalypse or Sinister because they're also mutants. It's usually who's using the Sentinels or like the United States government or like the guy. Remember they went to go visit that guy in jail who created the Sentinels and stuff. Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shout out to this episode, man.
Oh my god, dude, what a good episode. Yeah. But anyways, past the X-Men stuff, right? That was good. You know what else happened this weekend? And I don't want to talk about it too much because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it. But, I just want to get my 2 cents on it. WrestleMania 40, I think it was. WrestleMania XL. 2 nights of just pure fucking magic, dude. It was so good. So fucking good, man. I was losing my mind.
I just want to say,
go ahead.
Before he gets into it, I told this man, and I wish he would have bet. I wish I had money in my account that I would have bet, but we talked about The Rock.
One, you can't do parlays.
We talked about Cody Rhodes. What is his name? Cody Rhodes. And he told me the story about Cody Rhodes that he might say, but anyways, the story was based, it sounded like they were going to let him win. And sure enough, he won the big match, and The Rock is a part of the thing, and I feel like his no lose clause. Whatever match he's in, he's going to win. Fair enough, he won. But yeah, he just said there's no parlays, so I get it.
Yeah, there's no parlays on it, which is whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, look at this. Let me just set it up for you guys a little bit. I'm not gonna go super deep into it, but I've been hearing some people like trying to bring it up on podcasts. Shout out Flagrant 2. They were talking about WrestleMania on this last episode, and they were trying to explain everything that happened. They were like getting names wrong and kind of getting the story wrong and stuff. And not that I know the most because I've been watching it like crazy, but I know enough, right?
I don't know anything.
Roman Reigns is The Rock's cousin. He's the man of WWE. He's been the man of WWE for a long time, and he has this thing where he's been champion for like 4 years or 3.5 years. He's never lost. He always wins, like on some no lose shit with the Rock. And it's him, and they have the bloodline. His like 3 cousins, right? That all are their family, and they're all cousins with the Rock, right? Their dad, the Uso brothers, their dad is Rikishi.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so on some shit like that, this Roman Reigns, right? Champion for a long time. Cody Rhodes comes up. Cody Rhodes is Dusty Rhodes from back in the day. If you guys don't know, Dusty Rhodes' son, and his stepbrother is Goldust. Remember Goldust?
Yeah.
So Goldust is Dustin Rhodes, which is Dusty Rhodes' son. So Dusty Rhodes had 2 sons. Well, I don't know if he had just 2 sons, but 2 sons that wrestle. Goldust, who is Cody Rhodes' half brother. They're brothers. So when Cody Rhodes first came in, he was Stardust. That was like his name, and he was like gold and shit. And he was like horny, and no one like really like fucked with him.
That sounds like a terrible
right?
name.
Yeah, and he dressed like Goldust.
Stardust?
Yeah.
Stardust.
Yeah, he was whack. Cool. Yeah, he was whack. And so, anyways, Cody Rhodes kind of came into his own. His whole storyline was that Dusty Rhodes. I guess back in the day, Dusty Rhodes was supposed to win the title, the championship, and he didn't actually win. So this whole thing is like Cody Rhodes wants to become the guy and give the title to his dad, the title that his dad never won back in the day, right? But something happens. Cody Rhodes ends up leaving and starting AEW, or going to AEW, which is like a competitor, and he's gone. But then they end up welcoming him back when they see how big of a star he is and how much people like him. And the whole thing with Cody Rhodes is like they want him to finish the story for his dad, right? Like the storyline of him completing and becoming the champion and becoming the man and giving the title back to his dad and doing all this stuff, right? Then his dad dies. Dusty Rhodes dies in like 2020. So now it's even a bigger deal where it's like Cody needs to finish the story for his dad to like do the thing that his dad never did. Like people love Dusty Rhodes. So, but Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns. He never loses. So they built it up, this whole entire thing of Cody Rhodes coming in to beat Roman Reigns, the person who never loses. The fans are all behind Cody. Finish the story. Last WrestleMania, they wrestle. Everyone thinks Cody Rhodes is going to win. He's going to finish the story. He loses, dude. He loses at WrestleMania, and everyone was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. I remember even watching it last year being like, I'm not even that invested, but I was like, fuck, dude, he lost. That sucks. So they build it up another year. Cody Rhodes, is he going to finish the story finally? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Then, out of nowhere, The Rock comes back, and the whole thing is like The Rock comes in and he's like, I'm the real leader of the bloodline. I'm the king. I'm the one that should be the leader of the bloodline, even though Roman Reigns has like been the leader of the bloodline, right? Because he's like, I'm The Rock.
Yeah.
So they kind of built this thing where it was going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns, right? So they had this thing where The Rock talked to Roman Reigns, or talked to Cody, and Cody like kind of stepped down, and now Roman Reigns versus The Rock was going to be the headline for WrestleMania.
Okay.
But the fans went fucking crazy, and they're like, no, this is fucked up. Fuck The Rock. How is he doing this?
Oh shit.
Like, he can't ruin the storyline. Like this, we already have, like, Cody needs to finish the story, all this stuff. So because that happened, the brass, the people who are running the WWE, Triple H, like the writers, The Rock, who's part of the board, they all decide, oh shit, we can't go against what the fans want. The fans don't want The Rock versus Roman Reigns. They want Cody versus Roman Reigns, right? So they end up doing an audible and changing shit. And now, so The Rock becomes the heel and joins up with the bloodline. He's like, oh, you're not going to, I'm part of the family. You're not going to take what is ours. We're the champions, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So then they kind of go back to, okay, Cody versus Roman Reigns again. They go back to that. Because the fans are going crazy. So now they have this thing where it's Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody and Seth Rollins, who Seth Rollins used to be friends with Roman Reigns back in the day, and that's the whole thing. So they're like separated, right? So now it's them two. First night of WrestleMania, it's them two, Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody and Seth Rollins. And the whole thing is whoever wins gets to set the rules for the next for the night 2, which is Cody versus Roman Reigns. So if the Rock and Roman Reigns win, they get the bloodline rules, which is like no disqualifications, anyone can come help out and all this stuff, right? So that leads up to that. The Rock and Roman win, right? So now we get Cody versus Roman Reigns, bloodline rules. So you know shit's just about to go down crazy. Best WrestleMania events of all time. Best main event ever. Best fucking main event ever of all time, dude.
Okay.
I'm just gonna break down the match for you. If you guys get a chance, please go watch the WrestleMania Part 2. Like, we can watch it after this podcast because it's so good, dude. They're like wrestling. Obviously, it gets kind of crazy. They're using chairs. They're using kendo sticks. They're like going outside into the crowd. All this stuff. Cody, like, he does this reversal. He's about to pin him, and then boom, Roman Reigns' cousin comes out and hits Cody Rhodes, which last year at WrestleMania, when Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns were going at it, Cody Rhodes was about to win, and his cousin came out and hit him with like his finishing move, and that's how Roman Reigns won. So everyone was like, fuck. So same thing happens. He hits him with the same move. They pin him, but Cody Rhodes kicks out, and they're like, oh, he survived the thing that he lost to last year. Like, what the fuck? People are going crazy. And then the guys, like, they're attacking Cody Rhodes. They're trying to get him out. He's still going. Like, he's not going out. And then his other cousin, so the two cousins, Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, they're brothers, the twins, they had split apart because he turned against the family, one of them. So now the other cousin comes out to help.
I forget
it's
how
crazy,
much,
dude.
It's so crazy. WWE
it's
like
so
has
good,
drama.
though. It's so good,
I
dude.
forget how much
it's
drama
so good.
it has.
It's like soap opera for men, dude. It's wild. It's fucking crazy. But the storyline is so well written.
Soap opera for men. Shout out to WWE, man. Because I see. Hey, you know, just real quick.
Yeah, go.
So the fact that you said soap opera for men, like seeing like Wale there, seeing like Big Bill there.
It was in Philly, by the way.
Super duper, like both of them, like drama queens, like, you know what I mean, like soap opera for men. That's funny.
And yeah, they both are super dramatic and fucking complain a lot. Yes, yeah, that's so true.
Now they're beefing.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh my, I didn't even think about that. That really speaks to who watches this. Okay. Anyways,
I mean, you like 90 Day Fiancé, bro.
I do.
So like,
I feed into it, but I'm not dramatic. I'm not gonna be dramatic.
Man,
but
shout out to everybody who likes like reality TV.
Oh, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's the girls of TV.
Girls, you can't get mad at your guy for watching WWE when you watch the Kardashians.
Yeah,
all right?
no, it's the same thing.
All right,
so they're the same thing, except with more fighting. So it's cool and better performances.
But go ahead.
So
what you say?
Cody's getting beat up by the cousin. Then the other cousin comes in and beats him up. I'm over here, mind you, Kat's on her phone, not paying attention. I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. I'm yelling in the living room.
I think I've seen some of your stories.
Yeah, I'm yelling in the living room. And you only saw me showing the TV because I was showing the TV, but me personally was running around the fucking house going crazy, dude. So then I'm like, dude, like, Cody's getting beat up. Like, there's two guys against him. Like, what are we gonna do? Then fucking because the cousin that is on Roman Reigns' team, he comes out and he's helping out. Then I'm like, dude, I remember saying, like, Cody needs help. Like, no one's helping him. Like, someone needs to come out and help him. Who's there to help him, right? So then the other Uso brother comes out, and the two Uso brothers start fighting each other, and they like get tackled. Okay. And then they're like then I think The Rock comes out, right? And and you're like, fuck, dude, 3 people against Cody. Like, he's getting beat up. Like, who? Like, we need someone. We need someone.
Okay.
Listen.
Real quick.
We need someone to come out to save Cody. Who's gonna be the person to come out to help Cody Rhodes? Who? We need someone to help him. Like, anything, bro. Out of nowhere, dun, fucking John Cena shows up, bro.
Hold on, I did see a TikTok yesterday that said
I was losing my mind.
It was some dude on the phone. I guess
before The Rock comes out, yeah.
Now hearing what you're saying, some dude was on the phone. He didn't even say any names. He was just like, oh, like he was at the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He was like, oh man, this is amazing, dude. What if John Cena came out? Duh. Like he was like, perfectly. Oh, and then he turned the phone off because it was like, I was like, dang, dude, that's crazy because like he was in that moment. Shout out to him. Shout out to, I don't know who he was. I should have saved it, but in that moment he was at Bliss. Like you could see it in his face. He was like,
oh my god,
this is amazing.
Fun, dude. It's so fun.
What if John Cena came out? It was like perfect. It was perfect moment for that dude. You know what I mean?
It's so crazy, dude. I was hyped. Okay, and I even fucked up the story because what happened was Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso were fighting. The others, Sikoa or whatever his name is, helping. And so it's like 2 people against Cody Rhodes. And you're just like, who's going to come help out Cody Rhodes? John Cena comes out. This is before The Rock comes out. I messed that up. John Cena comes out.
He comes out before.
He helps out. He knocks out the other 2 guys. And now it's just Cody Rhodes. And you're like, oh shit, John Cena's helping out Cody Rhodes. This is crazy. Then boom, The Rock's music hits. And you're like,
Yeah.
Oh shit, The Rock
Yeah,
versus John
okay,
Cena.
okay.
So then they come out. John Cena's there, Rock there. They're like staring at each other, and then John Cena goes for a punch, and then The Rock fucking dodges it, hits him with the rock bottom, boom, slams him. The Rock's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm the final boss." Blah blah, all this stuff, and you're like, "Damn, man, The Rock. Like, who can top The Rock? No one. Like, The Rock is on the top. The Rock is on the top."
So I seen this part.
Then out of nowhere, The Rock's like beating him up, and you're beating Cody Rhodes, and you're like, "Fuck, man, no one like John Cena was the guy that could beat The Rock. Like, no one else is gonna come out to beat The Rock." Boom, the lights done. The lights shut off. Fucking Undertaker, dude. The lights turn back on. The Undertaker's behind The Rock. Fucking boom, choke slams The Rock. If anyone could beat The Rock, right, it's The Undertaker. So then the Undertaker slams him, and then the lights turn off, and when the lights turn back on, The Rock and Undertaker are gone. Like it was like the Undertaker slammed him to hell, or like to the underworld, you know, and took him away. So then they're both gone, and now it's just Cody Rhodes and fucking Roman Reigns in there. Everyone's gone, and then boom, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns like tries to hit him with something. Cody Rhodes hits the fucking his finishing move 3 times in a row, and then boom, pins him. The place goes fucking insane. It was the greatest match I've ever seen in my life. Some of the best story writing. The way that it all led up. People are comparing this. They're saying that this is the Avengers like Endgame event for WrestleMania. Like, this is crazy. That's how 4 years making. Like, this is wild, dude. It was crazy. I was blown away. I was losing my mind. I was yelling at the top of my lungs.
I get it. I get it because we used to be in wrestling. Like, it's because I don't know the storyline and I'm not hyped. But like, we used to be in it, and we used to be like, "Oh, this was happening." This like I meet Gerard, like my other brother. Like, we used to be like into it. So I know the feeling of it, and I know the characters, so I get it. But like, I wasn't into this story, so I wasn't as hyped. But this is definitely dope to see Rock, John Cena, and Undertaker. And Undertaker. I saw it on House of Highlights, I think.
Yeah, and that was dope. But listen, this is what I'm saying. This is also a good point that I want to bring out. The one thing about me, and I'll say this because I think about this a lot as just a person and a human being. I always think, man, like, there's a lot of people who are miserable and sad and mad about things all the time, and I'm like, dude, why do you want to live like that? That's like a terrible way to live. Why do you want to be miserable and mad and, oh, this sucks, that sucks, that sucks? It's like, okay, who gives a fuck? That sucks. Like, that's such a terrible way of living life. I don't want to be a negative person. I like being positive. I like having fun. I like getting excited about things, right? So I don't know the most about wrestling, but I knew it was going to be a fun event, and so I watched all of WrestleMania to like see, oh, this means, oh, like, what's the story behind it? And I built myself up just the same way when I get Avery, right? When I'm trying to show Avery these UFC fights, and I'm like, dude, this is how excited I am about it. But here's the reason, right? Watch the embedded, look at everything that led up to this, and then you see the whole picture, and you're like, oh, this means so much now because you understand the whole story, right? Same thing with WrestleMania. I didn't know everything that was going on this whole last year. I didn't watch any wrestling this whole last year except for Royal Rumble. But I watched like the little, like, the video, the promos that they make where they're like, oh, this is what happened. They show all the highlights of everything that's happened that builds up to this moment, and I get super invested, dude. And then so, like, it's just fun, man. Like, so if you guys give into this kind of stuff and you just want to have fun, it's the same thing with these movies, man. I like get into it and I'm like, what led up to this, all this stuff, and then you get these Avenger level events that you're like blown away at, and people are like, oh, why are you so excited about this? And it's because I know everything that goes into it. This is fucking crazy. So anyways, WrestleMania was fucking crazy. Mind you, there was 80,000 people there live. It was the stadium where the Eagles play.
Damn.
It was like, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's wild.
And what's his name? Travis Kelce, his brother Jason Kelce, I think, they came out and helped out Rey Mysterio in his match. Oh shit! Like, just like cool shit. Snoop Dogg was there. Fucking Meek Mill was on the promos for everything. Like, Meek Mill was rapping like "Dreams and Nightmares" for like the whole thing. Okay. Like, that was like every video that when they came out, like when they did the intro for WrestleMania on Sunday, it was like, hold up, y'all thought I was finished? Like, they played that for the intro, and I was like, oh shit. They had Meek Mill there, 2 Chainz was there, Wale was there,
Vanessa Hudgens, you showed me.
Vanessa Hudgens was there. It's just crazy, dude. It's like a star-studded event. It's so much fun. It was just so cool. I love anything that's live. 2 nights, 80,000 people.
Damn,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy, dude.
That's wild.
Anyways, it was wild. I was super excited, and I was blown away. And I was just, holy shit,
WrestleMania.
man.
I mean, I don't know when I stopped, but I mean, I
stopped a long time ago too. But
yeah, I know. I mean, I think it's only because I think it's because they script it and which is fine. Like you're supposed to script it, but it's like with UFC, dude, it's like we don't know.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we have no idea.
The UFC
that's
is the
why
ultimate
it's,
version.
That's why that's more exciting for me. Because like,
of course.
dude, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, trust me, I'm way more into UFC, which we're about to get into right now.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm much more into UFC, but it's cool because UFC and now WWE are both owned by the same company, TKO. So on that point, and great transition, is after WrestleMania, I saw this video where it was a lot of the it was a bunch of WWE box fighters talking about UFC 300 and promoting UFC 300 because they're all part of the same company, right? So it was like Bobby Lashley, CM Punk, who fought in the UFC for 2 fights and lost and got his ass beat, and Big E and some other girl who trained with Ronda Rousey. Them 4 were talking about UFC 300 because they're all fans of UFC.
Yeah.
So they were talking about like how good the fights are going to be. They were breaking down the fights and shit, and I was like, this is interesting. Obviously, I love hearing it from UFC fighters or analysts and different stuff like that, but hearing WWE wrestlers talk about UFC fights, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
So on that note,
I just want to say
UFC
before we get off of the wrestling topic, I do want to say, dude, because dude, I think it's wild that people say that wrestling is fake with the stunts that they do. Like I get what you're saying. Oh man, like it's scripted, it's this, but like, bro, like, and this is a really bad example, but dude, when freaking Logan Paul and that one guy jumped and hit each other midair, that's dangerous, bro. You can die. Oh, yeah. Like, and for people to be like, oh man, it's fake. Like, some of it's fake, but bro, like when freaking Speed got freaking slammed.
Yeah, slammed that. Looked like it hurt.
It looked like it hurt. I'm pretty sure like what's his name? Randy Orton like saved him, but I'm pretty sure
they probably practiced it. I'm sure, but
I'm pretty sure it still hurt though.
I feel like they were supposed to go through the table and it didn't go through the table.
Yeah, but it looked like it hurt.
Yeah,
it looked like it hurt. But anyways, I just want to say that. I just want to say that before everybody, because this will probably blow up and people be like, man, wrestling's fake. It's like, bro, like that stuff's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, okay. Two things on that real quick, and I know I changed my shirt because we're about to talk about UFC 300, so I got my championship gear on. But on that note, one. WWE's kind of done something with the new phase where now Triple H is in charge of stuff, where they're almost kind of like acknowledging that it is fake, right? Like they're talking about like, oh, the story that we worked on, this thing, like we knew that the story was going to be this, we knew that. So they're almost acknowledging it, and at the end of WrestleMania, they showed a trailer for a documentary of them working on the behind the scenes of setting up WrestleMania.
Oh, that'd be dope.
So
you should watch.
That's where I'm more intrigued, right? Because it's the one thing that the illusion's over, right? The illusion is broken. We know that it's fake. So if we know that it's fake, show us the behind the scenes. Like give us. I think that's more interesting of how they built up to this moment, how they did it, how they practiced, how they thought of the storyline. Like that's interesting to me. So I think that's fucking dope. Like we all know that it's fake. Like if you take it on some B-Rabbit shit, like the one thing that people use against you is that it's fake. All right, acknowledge that it's fake, and then give us the behind the scenes. Now what are people gonna say?
Yeah.
Then what can you say now?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's boom. That's it. So if they're starting to embrace it and do it, then that's awesome, and I think that's gonna be fucking dope. Yeah. And then 2, what Avery was saying. Yes, it is fake, but this shit still hurts, right? My little cousin Freddie, shout out Freddie Cordova, Flyboy Freddie. He has been obsessed with WWE and wrestling since he was a baby. The reason I'm so into wrestling, I was already into wrestling when I was younger, but it's mostly because my little cousin and my uncle, who is his dad, were into wrestling, right? So every event that I've been to, every WWE event I went to, was with my little cousin Freddie and his dad. So I've been to Royal Rumble, I've been to WrestleMania, all with them. SmackDown, Raw, everything. Because of them, right? So I grew up with that. But my little cousin, he never grew out of like liking wrestling. He is obsessed with it. He's always wanted to be a wrestler since he was literally a baby. And now he's like 25 years old and he's doing it, bro. He is wrestling. He's like in a league. He's doing the professional wrestling shit and he's dope. And he does like some Jeff Hardy shit where he's jumping off the ropes and doing fucking Hurricane Ranas and moonsaults and all this shit, right? So he's doing it. Mind you, I went to go see him wrestle maybe 6 months ago in California. He came out here to wrestle out here, and even though yes, it is fake, I know my little cousin, dude. This is like my little brother. He was hurt, dude. He had welts on his skin. He had like red, and I was like, "Does that hurt?" Like, and he's like, "Yeah, it hurts." Like, it fucking hurts. And I was like slapping it. Like, he had like this whole side was all red, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, that shit hurts." And he's like, "Yeah, dude, fucking don't hit it."
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So it is real, and this is on a lower level. This, these guys are like elite. These guys are 235 pounds, 265 pounds, fighting and jumping off ropes and landing on each other. Like, that shit still hurts, dude.
Yeah,
You're gonna hit by a chair. You're gonna hit by a kento stick.
Yeah.
It might be easy to break stick, but you get hit by a stick 6 times and see what happens.
You
You're
fall
probably
through
gonna be like,
table, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like
That's
what Jeff
crazy.
Hardy and them used to do.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
oh my god,
come
jumping
on,
off
dude.
ladders and like
that's
choke
dangerous.
slamming, like
you
flying through
can't.
someone.
You,
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
Like, maybe the punches are fake and you see like the missed punches, but dude, like Jeff Hardy can't fake jumping off a freaking ladder and jumping on somebody. You can't fake that. Like,
you might know how to land, but it's still gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
Some point of your body is hitting the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're like levitating above the ground when you do it. Like you hit something,
Yeah.
But it might be not as enough to break something, but yeah, it's crazy.
Shout out to
WWE, man. And
WWE.
shout out to my little cousin. He's wrestling this Friday in Wilmington.
Is this Friday?
It's this Friday. I'm going, so I'll be there. After this podcast, I'm probably gonna go to Dollar Tree, get some signs to make some signs for him. And we're about to go out there, man, on Friday in Wilmington. If you guys want to go see some wrestling,
yeah, I'll probably hit you up. We'll talk about it.
I'll post a link in the bio if you guys want to, in the description, if you guys want to go buy tickets and go to the show. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, so on that.
Yes, sir.
We're finally here, guys.
Yes, sir.
I woke up after WrestleMania.
This is what
I was hyped on WrestleMania, and then after WrestleMania is done, I'm like, I felt like an adrenaline dump where I was like, damn, man, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. And then it hit me. We're in it, into the thick of it.
Yes,
we're in it. UFC 300, the biggest UFC fight card in UFC history. I wasn't there at that time, so I don't know. Maybe it felt bigger back then, but I feel like this is the biggest thing ever. And I've heard even UFC fighters. I heard them say, Max Holloway, for example, he said that UFC 300 is probably going to be the biggest and best event, and probably will be the biggest and best event until UFC 400, which. And I was thinking maybe even UFC 500, because maybe what is UFC 400? That doesn't seem that special because it's 4. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that good. But 500, might be. So this might be the biggest event in the next 200 events or 200 numbered events. So this event is fucking huge. It's super fucking stacked. And what we want to do today is, because this podcast is coming out before the fights, we're going to talk about the fights. We're going to break them down. All of the fights are stacked, so we're going to go through each one of the fights. If you guys are into UFC, then yes, watch this. You can bet on some of the things that we pick. Hopefully our bets are right. We'll put our picks and do all this stuff on here, and then next week we'll review them and see if we got any of them right. And hopefully we win some big money this weekend. Yeah. Hopefully we get some good stuff.
Big bag, bro.
So with that being said, let's get into it, man, because this UFC 300 is super stacked.
We're going to start from the early prelims.
First fight of the night, I already know what it is. It's Cody Garbrandt versus Davison Figueiredo.
Yes, sir.
Davison Figueiredo, champion at his weight class with Brandon Moreno. I think they're flyweights, and he moved up a weight class. What does it say? Are they bantam? What is it?
They are
bantamweights. Yep.
Bantamweight.
So he moved up a weight class. So he was a champion. He was knocking everyone out at flyweight. People were like, "Oh shit, flyweights don't even have power like that to knock people out," and this dude was knocking people out at flyweight. He's a monster. He's a beast. He is crazy.
And he's Brazilian.
And he lost his belt at that to Alexander Pantoja. Or no, I think he lost to Brandon Moreno, and then Brandon Moreno lost to, I don't know. I forgot.
He lost to Brandon Moreno?
The reason I like Davison Figueiredo is because he was knocking everyone out. Everyone thought that he was untouchable, and then Brandon Moreno fought him, and they had one of the best fights I've ever seen, and it went to a draw. And then they had a rematch, and Brandon Moreno tapped him out in the rematch, and so everyone was like, that's when Brandon Moreno won his championship, and everyone was like, oh my god, dude, he beat Davison Figueiredo. That guy's a monster. And then they had another rematch, and Davison Figueiredo won.
Look at this. This is an early prelim fight.
This is the first fight of the night. This is the first fight of the night.
Yeah, you got that boy Cody.
He's going against Cody Garbrandt, who is also a former champion. Who he's had some losses, he's had some wins, but he's had some big wins, and he's also fucking knocked people out like crazy. I remember a couple years ago when he did that knockout right at the bell, like right when the ring, he was on the back of with his back against the fence, and the guy was kind of like piecing him up a little bit, and right when the bell rings, he ducks down and dodges a punch, and then boom, and knocks him out literally right when the bell rings and wins the fight.
Oh,
and that was one of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen. So that's the first fight of the night.
Yeah.
Deiveson Figueiredo. So the big question is Deiveson Figueiredo, he's moving up a weight class, right? I think he's already had one fight at this weight class, but he's moved up, or seeing if he's going to be able to hold that same speed that he had at that lower weight class, but also maybe now he has more power, which he was already knocking people out in the lower weight class. Now he's bigger, 10 pounds. Is he going to be, he might knock the fuck out of Cody Garbrandt, but also Cody Garbrandt's been doing this for a long time. He's a former champion. He might be the one that knocks him out. I think regardless of what happens in this fight, we're getting like a first round knockout to start off the night.
Damn.
I think
first round knockout?
Start off the night, just first round knockout, dude.
I'm with that.
Just let's get this shit going.
I'm with that. Okay.
Which I think they know that, and that's why they put this fight together. Because these guys slug, they are fucking warriors, and they will go out there and someone is getting knocked out. Someone's getting knocked out in this fight. So who's favored to win?
Cody has more knockouts, I guess. 79% more.
Yeah, Cody's knocked out a lot of motherfuckers.
But it's definitely lopsided. They have
the odds.
They have Deiveson Figueiredo. Minus 310.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A minus 310.
Which is crazy because I feel like that boy Cody could take it.
That's a tough one. Guys.
Now this one. Listen, when I be betting on these fights, these are the fights that I don't know about. So I bet on both. I do multiple bets and I bet
parlays.
You know what I mean? No. So I do parlays.
Yeah.
But like my parlays are like, it's like everything's right, and then this one changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I have multiple bets in
with each of
them winning because I don't know. Like this is up in there for me. Everything else, I feel like I'm 100% right. I feel like I can't lose.
So Deiveson Figueiredo is favored by 300, which is crazy, 3-1. I think the better bet on this one is the under 1.5. You know, it's a plus 140 minus a plus 140 under 1.5. First round knockout. Get the fight started going. Let's go. Now they might play it safe. They might fill each other out, but I have a feeling someone's gonna knock the fuck out in this.
So you going under?
I'm going the under on this one.
Under what?
Under 1.5 is what they have on here. A plus 140.
So they have to go to the second round.
As long as someone wins before the second round, halfway through the second round.
Okay, so 230.
230.
Yeah.
230 in the second round. If it hits 230 in the second round, then it's over.
Somebody's getting beat. Yeah.
That's a long time. That's 7.5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going with
7.5 minutes of them fighting. The first someone to get knocked out. I think that's good odds. I think that's a good one.
Let's get that.
Okay, so that's a good fight. The next fight, dude. Oh my God, Jim fucking Miller
and Bobby Green
versus our guy Bobby Green, the gangster, the Tupac of the UFC.
Bobby Green,
Bobby Green, Bobby King Green, King Bobby Green, dude. The man. I met him one time. He's the fucking man. He's so dope. I really like Bobby Green, and I think I want Bobby Green to win, and I have a feeling that he will win. But Jim Miller, when we talked about earlier with the WWE stuff, right? Jim Miller has a story. Jim Miller has, I think, the most wins in the UFC.
You gotta tell me about him because I don't know anything about him.
Jim Miller's been fighting for a long ass time.
Okay.
This is the big story about Jim Miller. He fought on UFC 100,
Mm-hmm.
he fought on UFC 200, and now he's fighting on UFC 300. That's 3 centennial events that he's fought on.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person to do it. He has the most wins in UFC history.
Mm-hmm.
He's older, but he's still fucking knocking motherfuckers out. His last fight, I think he knocked someone out bad.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I think he knocked out our guy fucking... I'm pretty sure that he knocked out our guy, what's his, Dirt Nasty, or what is his name? Hold on.
Nah.
Yeah, he knocked his ass out. Hold on. I'm getting a call from Matthew McConaughey. What's up, sir?
Matthew McConaughey. You're on the podcast, bro.
You're on the podcast right now.
Oh, you're on the podcast?
Say what's up to the podcast.
What's up? Let's go.
What you up to right now?
We talking about UFC right now.
I was gonna say I was gonna try to go do some work out in the open or something. Have a little beer, do some shit. Who knows?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. After I do this podcast, I just gotta clean a little bit, and then I'm down to go meet you somewhere.
For sure. Sounds good. Enjoy.
I'll hit you up right now.
Later, above the multiverse or die, fool.
All right. So yes. Okay. Bobby Green, fucking good. But okay, Jim Miller, most knockouts. He's the man. He's won at UFC 100, UFC 200. Now he's fighting at UFC 300, and we'll see if he can do it. The biggest thing was everyone wanted to get him on UFC 300 because no one's ever done that before. So everyone was like, he needs to be on UFC 300.
Because he was on which one?
He was on UFC 100 and UFC 200.
Okay.
So now he's on UFC 300. The only person to do that. 3 different Centennial events. And also the big story to look out for when you guys are watching this fight, and I'm going to tell Avery now because if I don't tell him, he's going to miss it. Bless you, by the way. His you know how everyone has like their nickname, their fighting nickname? His nickname has become Jim fucking Miller. So the big storyline and the big thing that everyone wants is for Bruce Buffer to announce him as Jim fucking Miller. But will he do it? That's the big thing.
Why wouldn't he? It's pay-per-view.
Yeah,
he get in trouble for that.
But it's not though, because it's the second fight of the night. So I don't know. I think it might be on ESPN.
Nah, I feel like Bruce Buffer would do the whole.
I think he'll do it, dude. I think Bruce. One time, and if I can find this video, maybe I'll put it in here. But if you guys look it up, there's a old video of Joe Rogan convincing Bruce Buffer to do the Bruce Buffer 360 like spin while he announces, and it's like Joe Rogan talking on his phone, and he's like, Bruce, like just do a spin, like do it. And then later on that night, Joe Rogan's recording him on his phone, and he does the spin. He's like, and fighting, let's go, and he like does the spin, whatever. And then Joe Rogan's like, he just did the spin, he did it. So I think Bruce Buffer is very susceptible to peer pressure, and hopefully he will give into Jim fucking Miller.
Are worthy of him. Are worthy of him like announcing.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna announce it, but the question is, will he say fucking Miller? Jim fucking Miller.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
I think so too.
He's gonna do it.
I hope so. Hope so. But I don't know. I like Bobby Green in this one, but Jim Miller's a fucking dog. I don't know. I feel like this might be a fucking. There's an under 2.5. I might take that. I might take the under 2.5 plus 120. That's 2 big underdogs. But I don't know. That one's going to be a tough one, but these guys slug, bro. They're not going to go out there and try to wrestle each other. They're not going to go out there and trying to hug or do nothing.
And it's 300, so I feel like somebody wants to knock somebody out.
Yeah, they're going to knock each other. They're going to go to knock out.
Under is good.
Under 2.5 is crazy. That's a good one because you have almost a whole fight. For something to happen. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, next fight: Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez.
I am never going against Andrade.
Yeah, same.
That's crazy.
Andrade is just too good.
That's crazy.
Marina Rodriguez is really good too. I might actually just skip this one because I don't know who's going to win this one. I don't have like a pick either way. I think Jessica Andrade is really good, but I don't know enough about Marina Rodriguez to put money on it, so I'm not going to put on that one. So we'll skip that one.
They're both from Brazil, though. It looks like, but it looks like.
But I mean, Jessica Andrade is just. Yeah. I mean, we've seen her fight too many times and just knock people out, and it's crazy. So I'm not even. I don't want to bet against her, but I don't know if maybe it goes to the ground. Who knows? And maybe I'll put the over on that one.
And then we got the homeboy Jalen Turner, who looks like looks like my homie West.
Yeah.
Every time Jalen Turner fights, I send West like, "Hey, bro, why you didn't invite me, bro?"
That's hilarious.
And shout out to West, man. West is like blowing up on freaking TikTok and YouTube.
Oh, really?
With him and his girl, they're doing like they do like couples thing, and they're like they get like millions of views now.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Shout out to West. Shout out to West. Every time this dude fights, I'll be like, "Yo, West, you didn't invite me, bro." Yo,
Jalen Turner is the man, bro. Jalen Turner's the man. But he's fighting Renato Moicano, who is Money Moicano, the man. He's also fucking gangster. He's been on a little roll lately. So this is going to be a really good match. I don't know how it's going to go. Jalen Turner's a minus 240, so he's favored to win. I also really like Jalen Turner in this fight. And on Ariel Helwani's show, New York Rick said that he'll never bet against Jalen Turner, and I don't think I will either. So I'm going to put money on Jalen Turner for this one.
Let's get it.
Okay. Next, Sadiq Youssef, who is the man. He is from Jamaica. I always support a Jamaican fighter, but he's also going against Diego Lopez, who is From Mexico, my guy,
Yeah,
who trains who has the worst haircut in the UFC.
And I bet against him
Last time,
and he won.
Yep. Oh yeah, I think he's. What's his record? Does it show? I think he might be undefeated.
23-6. 23-6, and I bet against him and he won. And I doubted this guy.
I mean, Diego Lopez is a fucking monster.
I doubted this guy. So
honestly, I don't want to bet against Diego Lopez. I think he's really good, and I think he's gonna win this one. I like Sadiq Yusuf. Shout out Sadiq, but. I mean, I gotta go with my Mexican heritage on this one. Next fight. Oh my god, dude! I can't believe we're still on the prelims. This is crazy. Holly Holmes, who is a certified UFC Hall of Famer, who has boxing championships. She was the first person to beat Ronda Rousey when Ronda Rousey was the untouchable person. She knocked out Ronda Rousey, became the champion. She's a former UFC champion. She's a former boxing champion. She's, really good. Think about her. She's up there in age, right? So it's we don't know how good she's going to be, but she always performs. She always does her thing, so we'll see. Versus...
go ahead.
Go. What?
I was just going to say, because she's older and seasoned, I feel like she's not going to get knocked out. So it's going to go all the way.
I think you're right on that.
I feel like that's a great bet.
You're right. I feel
like that the homegirl that's the new chick or whatever, like she's like,
Kayla Harrison?
I feel like she's haven't seen her, but
it's Kayla Harrison's dope.
But I feel like old girl is super seasoned, and I feel like when somebody's super seasoned, they don't really get they don't really get knocked out.
Yeah. I don't think Holly.
So I feel like it'll just go all the way. Somebody's gonna obviously one of them gonna win, but I feel like it's gonna take a decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so she's going against Kayla Harrison. So Kayla Harrison, let me tell you about her. Does it show her record on there? Can you see Kayla Harrison's record? Because I think she's only ever lost once.
She is 16-1. Yes.
Yep.
So she definitely is gonna win.
Kayla Harrison. Think about her. Kayla Harrison
every time the UFC knows what they're doing, bro. Because every time that I've been watching with you, anytime somebody's very hungry coming into the game, the UFC puts not a bum, but they put it easy. Not an easy. It's just somebody they know.
Fight,
they know that they're not. They'll win.
Maybe.
I feel like everybody has a debut. Right. They freaking win, bro.
Kayla Harrison is a -475. Now let me tell you about Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison is a 2-time judo gold medal Olympian. She won gold medals 2 times in a row for the U.S. in judo, which is like where you toss people and take them down. So she's a monster. She was in Bellator or PFL. Either one, they're the same thing now. But she was in there and she was undefeated. She was the champ. She was like the queen. She was the best fighter in Bellator. She was undefeated. No one ever beat her. And then she finally lost her last fight. And she had one more fight to fight out on their contract, but she ended up getting signed to the UFC. So the whole big thing was that she was the champ. She was the one. What happens if she goes to the UFC and goes against Amanda Nunes, or if she goes against one of these Valentina Shevchenko, or one of these people who are dominant forces in the UFC? Can she stand up with those women? Right? Well, the time is finally now. It said
that she had a debut already. So I think,
not in the UFC. No, this is her debut.
This is her debut. Okay,
yes, this is her debut.
Let me go back to the thing.
So she just got signed to the UFC.
Oh, last fight debut. So this is the debut?
Yeah, this is her debut. That's what it's saying. It's saying her last fight she lost. They're saying her last fight she lost, but this is her debut.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So there's no record of her last fight, basically, in the UFC. But she is fucking amazing. She's a 2-time Olympian gold medalist. It's wild that she's even in the UFC. She's a little bit older too, but she's a fucking monster. She's gonna wrestle Holly Holmes and beat her up, and it's probably gonna go over. So I think you're right on the whole over thing. I think you're right on that one. Long story short, over.
Girl, I feel like, man, for me personally, no disrespect to the women, but I feel like women, if you're not old
Jessica
girl,
Andrade,
if you're not old girl,
knocking people out.
It's not.
Well, we'll get to that because that's true, except for the co-main event, which is Zhang Weili versus.
yeah,
Now,
that,
Sean,
that,
that's gonna be a knockout.
Yeah, that's
probably.
different.
That's gonna be different.
That's different.
That's all different.
That's
Okay, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, next fight, dude. How is this still the prelims?
Yeah.
How are we still in the prelims?
Yeah, it's crazy that
Calvin-
Aljo.
yeah.
It's crazy that
Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling,
Yeah,
dude.
Aljo's a prelim is crazy.
Aljamain Sterling as a prelim is wild.
Yeah.
It's honestly kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
Aljo as a prelim is insane, bro.
if you guys don't know, Aljo, one of my favorite fighters, one of the dopest guys.
Because he's only lost once since he's been a champ. Like, so what? Like, why would you put him there? Which is dope. Which is dope.
It's dope
for us, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's how big this fight card is. That's I'm telling you guys. This is wild. Going against Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar's just a fucking stand-up boxer, monster, beast, knocks people out. Such a good dude, and just is a beast, right? But the whole thing, Aljamain Sterling, champion of the UFC bantamweight division. He lost to Sean O'Malley, and what happens when he lost to Sean O'Malley? He decided to move up a weight class instead of trying to get the rematch.
Yeah,
because he knew he wouldn't get the rematch because they got Cheeto and shit. So he was just like, I think he just moved on. And also, his best friend is Merab Dvalishvili, and he was number 2. Remember the whole storyline back in the day was that Aljamain Sterling was number 1 or was the champion, and Merab was number 1 thing, but they didn't want to fight each other because they're best friends. So they were like holding up the division, right? So that's why Sean got to fight and jump over Merab and fight Aljo. And now Aljo lost, so now he's out. And so instead of trying to stay in the division with his best friend because he knows he's probably gonna have to fight him, he just moved up a weight class.
Okay.
So now this is his debut at this weight class, going against a monster in the top 10 of Calvin Kattar.
Yeah.
So that's a huge jump up. We don't even know.
He has is this featherweight? So
featherweight.
He went straight to number 2, Aljo.
I guess so. Is he ranked number 2? Yeah, I guess so.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Who's their champion?
For what is it? A featherweight? A flyweight?
I can't even see.
Calvin Kattar, I think it is.
Oh, you can see rankings. Let me go to rankings. What was that one? That was featherweight. Featherweight,
Pantoja, I think, or Ilya.
Oh, that's who beat our guy. What?
But Aljo in the same division.
A beast,
but Aljo in the same division. But Aljo's good. What if Aljo comes up and beats Volk? Or you know what I mean? Like who knows? So. I don't know. So now Aljo, who was the former champion in his division, lost one fight, lost his belt, and now he's in a new division trying to conquer that one, which is crazy because that division is already super tough. I think Aljo does it. It's a very close fight. It's Aljo's minus 170. Calvin Kattar is plus 135. We don't know how Aljamain Sterling is going to handle the weight in this fight. You know, like it's 10 pounds extra on him. Maybe he won't be as fast. Maybe he won't be able to be as good with his jiu-jitsu. But if you know anything about Aljamain Sterling, this motherfucker is cut like granite. You know what I mean? No homo, no diddy, no pause, all that shit.
Yeah. He said no diddy, no pause.
Yeah. Fast forward. But Aljamain Sterling is a monster, dude, and so I'm really curious to see this fight. This is like a fight. If Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar was a pay-per-view main event, I would have bought that. You know, that's what's crazy. And this is a prelim, dude.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm going with Aljo.
I don't know the other guy. That's why
Calvin Kattar's really good. He might stand up and knock him out, but I think Aljo's smart enough to not get knocked out twice.
Aljo's way shorter than him.
Is he really?
The guy's 5'11", he's 5'7". I don't know if that makes a difference.
I mean, his reach. I mean, he might be able to. Aljo might not be able to get inside.
They have a simple.
He might jab him up, and fucking Aljo might not be able to get in, and who knows? It might be the downfall of Aljo, but we'll see. We'll see. I have faith in Aljo. Honestly,
no. Wait. Whoa.
Skip this one.
This is where we mess up betting. Or Dre messes up betting.
Because I like Aljamain Sterling.
Bro.
Yeah, because I'm betting.
You gotta understand.
That's what I'm saying. I might skip this one.
Yeah.
I might not bet on this one.
You can't bet with your heart, bro.
Because I like Aljo, but he might lose, dude. I'm looking back at all my fights. Am I betting with my heart? Nope, none of these are. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this one because I don't know. I don't know. Calvin Kattar's really good. Aljamain Sterling might not be able to get in on him to even take him down or something. But if Aljamain whoever makes the first mistake loses.
Okay, so what you know both of these are because I kind of want to bet on this one. You know both of these. So do you think even if Aljo loses, could he get knocked out by this guy?
Possibly. He got knocked out by Sean. This guy's bigger than Sean.
Okay, yeah, skip this one for sure.
Yeah, I'm skipping that one.
For sure. Now I don't know these guys that's coming up.
Come on. Fucking Yuri Prohaska?
I don't know.
So, this is also
this dude looks scary as hell though.
That's who Jalen Turner got the belt from. Or not Jalen Turner. That's who who's fighting for the main event? Jamal Hill. This is their weight class.
Oh,
so
shoot, okay.
Quick
Okay.
story about this one. So Yuri Prohaska, right?
That dude was
After
scary.
John Jones left the light heavyweight division, the belt kind of went a bunch of different places. But Yuri Prohaska, he top 5. He comes in. I think after John Jones left, it was Jan Blachowicz was the champion, and then Jan Blachowicz was the man, right? And he went against Yuri Prohaska, or no, he went Yuri. No. Okay, this is what happened. Jan Blachowicz ended up winning the championship. He was the champion. Then he went against Glover Teixeira, which is this is also really
Alex
fucking good.
Pereira's,
Alex Pereira's
yeah.
coach now,
Yeah.
like best friend, right? So he went against him, and Glover won. Then Glover was champion, and Glover went against Yuri Prohaska. Yuri Prohaska beat Glover and became the champion. Yuri Prohaska got hurt and had to give up his belt, and then Jamal Hill fought for it, and now he became champion. But then he got hurt and gave up his belt as well. And now Yuri Prohaska came back to try to fight for the belt, but then he lost to Alex Pereira, who is now the champion.
Storylines, guys.
So Alex Pereira is now the champion.
Wrestling, WWE.
Yes.
This is a storyline that it writes itself.
This is the stuff that you gotta get in. You gotta understand this stuff, dude.
No, Dana White didn't sit there and do this. This is writing itself.
Yes,
literally.
it's so good, dude. So Yuri Prohaska, he technically never lost the belt. He gave it up, but then when he tried to fight for it again, he lost to Alex Pereira. So now Alex Pereira is the champion.
Which is crazy because I feel like Alex is gonna win this whole
and
thing.
So Alex Pereira, now he's the champion, and Jamal Hill, who gave up the belt, now he's coming back to fight. So this is a good fight, but also Alexander Rakic, he was in that top division. Like, he should have been fighting for the belt, but he got hurt and he was gone for a year. So now this is him coming back to fight after he's been gone for, I think, almost maybe 2 years now. He hasn't fought. So Alexander Rakic versus Yuri Prohaska, who just lost the belt, lost the opportunity for the belt, gave up his belt, then lost to get it back. And he's fighting almost like pretty much the number one contender who never got a chance to fight for the belt. So I think whoever wins this fight fights whoever wins Alex versus Jamal Hill.
Which is Alex. I think Yuri's gonna win.
So, but
bro,
I know
see,
Yuri.
I see me personally.
You see how close this one is? They're both. It's a toss up. It's a minus 105.
Everybody that watches this, if you're a UFC fan, bro, like me personally, like I watch a lot of the fights with this fool. Like not everyone. Like every single main one I watch with this fool. But there's a lot that I don't know, and sometimes I'll bet, and I win a lot of times on the UFC. Don't get me wrong, and I bet off of how scary somebody looks, bro. So I'm looking at this picture right now, and hopefully Dre can put it up right here. But Yuri looks
Well, Yuri has that thing.
He looks
that hair.
crazy, bro.
He trains with like samurais or some shit, and so he has like
he looks insane, bro. He
And
looks like he'll knock you out.
The
bro.
way he talks and the way his mindset is crazy. Like I really thought he was gonna be Alex Pereira because of the way he is. He's like a warrior. He's like trains with these like warriors in fucking other countries, and just like he's very into like samurai culture, and like he's very peaceful and spiritual mind, and like the way he meditates every day. He's interesting. He's a very interesting guy. But then he got knocked out by Alex Pereira. So not knocked out, but beat up.
Now I don't know the other guy, but I feel like this one
So Rakic is really good.
It's gonna be under. Somebody's getting knocked out.
The favorite is the under. So a minus 155 for under 2.5.
Which
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah, okay, let's get it. Let's get it, baby.
But Alexander Rakic is really good too, and I mean I haven't seen him fight in a long time, but
I hope
we'll see.
What's the name wins though. I hope Yuri wins, dude. He looks like a freaking.
Yeah, I like Yuri a lot.
It's like a freaking.
And it would be cool for him to get his rematch against either Jamal. You know, it would be crazy and would be really good. Really, really good storyline for future stuff is if Jamal Hill wins and then Yuri Prohaska wins. And then they have to fight each other because I don't think they fought each other. They both were champions, but both gave up their belts, and they never got a chance to fight each other. So I think that would be the one. That would be a good fight.
All right.
So now we're on to the main card, which is starting off with the bang. And we already
First of all,
this is so disrespectful, dude. This is so disrespectful. I just looked at the odds. This is so disrespectful, dude.
I just want to say,
disrespectful.
Listen, man, I rock with Bo Nickal so tough.
Yeah.
But because of how the freaking world
It's
works,
not even worth betting on him.
the world works. Maybe that night I might
might
take
have an off night?
one bet
on the other guy.
Just like one $5 bet on that guy, and that's gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna have coffee next week, like, because it's so scary when it comes. That dude's not scary. This dude, Cody Brundage, he doesn't look scary. You look at Bo Nickel, you're like,
what's Cody Brundage's record? Can you see? 5-3?
No. That's 5 knockouts. Oh. 10 and 5.
10 and 5.
10 and 5. Yeah,
they're setting Bo Nickel up for a fucking another masterwork.
But that's what I'm saying. I've seen stranger things in the UFC, bro.
Yeah, I know. Same.
So I'm like, maybe whoever that person is that believes in him and puts $1,000 on him, probably gonna get 10,000 that night. Yeah. If some freak accident happens that Bo Nickel just can't fight that night, like when he throws punches and it doesn't hit. But no, this is.
But let's be realistic, okay, bro. So a little bit about Bo Nickel, if you guys don't know. Bo Nickel, he's a Penn State Division I national champion for wrestling, and comes out of college, comes into to MMA, knocking people out left and right, first round finish after first round finish after first round finish. Then comes to the Contender Series.
Before he continues,
go.
The under is
the under is negative 325. Yeah,
they are like
disrespectful. It's so disrespectful, dude. If I'm Cody Brundage, I'm pissed off, bro.
That's all it makes. He wants to he has to fight harder.
It gives the storyline even more, right? So Bo Nickel, just prospect, fucking knocking everyone out. He goes on the Contender Series, he wins, but not. Dana White says like, I don't know if you're ready to come to the UFC, so he gives him another Contender Series fight. Then wins again. He's like, all right, you're in the UFC. Bo Nickel has been like killing it in the UFC, knocking people out, first round finish after first round finish. But it's also like it's first round finishes, but it's not the best competition, right? So he's like coming up. They're kind of building him slowly. So another guy that they're giving him is Cody Brundage, who's not the best UFC fighter. He's not a top 10 guy. He's not a top 15 guy, but he's confident and
everybody in the
hella
UFC
pressure. But I saw an interview with Bo Nickel, and he was saying like, obviously he's training hard. He's confident that he's going to win, but he said there's a lot of pressure on him to win because everyone expects him to just come out there and dominate, which I think he will do, but that is also a lot of pressure on one of the biggest stages he's ever been on. But he's also fought for national championships for college, so he's been in pressure before. Yeah. So he's not, So I don't know. I don't know. Is it worth it to bet on this one? Like, no. I mean, he's a minus 2,000.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna include it in this parlay that I'm doing right now.
And the negative 325.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
All right, but probably Bo Nickel's gonna win. All right, now. My favorite fighter in the fucking UFC. The champion has a name, and his name is Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. This is a fucking fight, dude. This is on some Dustin Poirier shit. How we watched Dustin Poirier versus Ben Saint-Denis or whatever. Older guy who's in the top 3, top 5. Who's been around, former champion, going against a guy who's hungry, up and coming in the ranks, who is knocking everyone out, beating everyone. He's a monster. So I obviously, Charles is actually the underdog in this one,
which is stupid,
which is crazy because Charles is the fucking
money.
Man.
That's easy money. I believe in Charles.
I believe in Charles too, but Arman Tsarukyan is a motherfucker. So I'm scared for this one. I don't want to bet with my heart, but I don't know. I might do the under on this one. The under is a plus 105. But it's a under 1.5, dude. I don't know.
They both won their last fight.
I don't know about this one.
They both won their last fight. They're both. I mean, Charles
is the fucking man.
Charles is taller. His reach is longer. His leg reach is longer.
I mean, if you guys know Charles Oliveira and his work, I mean, what he's done, he's cleared out like the top 5. He beat Dustin Poirier. He beat Justin Gaethje. He beat Beneil Dariush in his last fight. He beat fucking I think Tony Ferguson. He's beat everyone in the top, like that top 5 except for the champion who's Islam. He lost to Islam. So that's kind of where he fell off, but he's still the guy.
He's winning.
Charles is the guy.
I believe it. I'm going.
I'm taking the underdog on that one. Charles is my guy, which ups my fucking parlay to a plus 14,000 just doing that.
14? I thought we were going together. It's 15.
Oh, what? You put a bet on something I didn't bet on.
Okay, wait. Let's go down the line. Okay, we got Cody.
The under for Cody.
Yeah. Bobby Green under.
Yep. Jessica Andrade over.
Oh, I got her winning.
Oh. Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay.
We'll do that.
All right. And then Jalen Turner winning.
Diego Lopez
winning.
Holly Holm, Kayla Harrison over.
Yep.
I'll skip the Aljamain fight.
Yep.
The under for the Yuri Prohaska fight.
Yep.
Not betting on the Bonica fight. All right, and Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, 15-80.
Now this is where me and Avery are gonna split right here because this next fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is just
for the BMF title, the baddest motherfucker in the game.
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway.
I have my guy. You know what's? Oh man, yeah. This is tough.
This is a tough one.
This is tough.
A little bit about Justin Gaethje.
What if
Avery's never lost betting on Justin Gaethje?
What if it comes down to like we both win everything,
and then it comes down to this fight?
Oh my god, bro.
Now I'm always scared to bet on the main events because I never know what's gonna happen.
Dude.
So these 3 fights, I'm scared to bet on. And honestly, this plus 15,000, I feel pretty confident with,
bro.
And I feel like maybe we just take this. We just take this, and maybe don't bet on these last 3 because these last 3, every time I try to include the main events into some shit, those are the ones where I ends up tearing my heart apart.
Yeah.
So maybe we just take this.
And Wait Lee is negative 550. I feel like the other girl is pretty good too, though.
She is, but she's not like fought anyone like Wei Lee's fought. And Wei Lee's a fucking beast.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways,
and I'm not sure about the Jamal Hill Alex Pereira fight. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure about
what he was
Wei
saying. Justin Gaethje has not failed me. Every time I bet on him, I win. But what he just said, I do bet with my heart. Now I'm like into Justin Gaethje. No homo, no diddy. Pause. You know what I mean? And it's like that's my guy now. So I'm like maybe because he's my guy now, I'll bet on him and something will happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like I don't know, but. This is the same thing that happened with Volk. Every time I bet on Volk, I won money, and then Volk started losing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'll skip these fights. Look, this is what I'm gonna do, because these next 3 fights, as much as I love them and I want to bet on them, and I'll do bets on them, but as this above the multiverse parlay that we're building right now, I think I don't want to add these 3 fights in there because it's gonna fuck up my shit, and I know it is, and it's gonna break my heart if any one of these go any other way. So I feel pretty confident about all the ones that we did so far. The biggest risk that we're taking is Charles Oliveira, and that's me betting with my heart, and that might hurt me too, but I'm willing to take it. All right. Or maybe let's see what happens if I don't put Charles Oliveira, just to see. Okay, it's not as big. No, I gotta go with it. I'm taking my guy. Charles is my favorite fighter.
I believe Charles is gonna do it, bro.
I believe in Charles. He's my favorite fighter.
Because he, in my opinion, this is
a big moment
from what Dre has told me and what I've seen. I think I've seen only one fight of his, but
Charles.
Yeah, and every time
you show you some highlights.
Every time you tell me about Charles, you know what I mean. And I think the one fight that I seen, I think he lost. But from what you told me, he's been the man, right? And
he's
the disrespect. Oh no! Sorry, he got hurt. He was supposed to fight. He got hurt. Something like that.
Oh yeah. He got a cut.
But he's been the man from what Drees told me, and because he got hurt, the disrespect is very loud. And I feel like he on his Rocky joint right now.
I mean, Charles.
And I feel like he's gonna come back and get crazy.
Charles is. I mean, he's so fucking good, dude. It's crazy. Like you guys if you guys are real UFC fans, you understand how much love people have for Charles Oliveira. He's the people's champ. The champion has a name. The big thing about Charles Oliveira is that he was running through people. He was the fucking man. Most submissions in UFC history. Just a fucking monster. Knocks out Dustin Poirier. Knocks out fucking Michael Chandler. Knocks out Michael Chandler. Knocks out fucking Justin Gaethje. It's just crazy how good he is. And then he lost his belt because of a weight. He missed the weight by like 0.5 pounds or something like that. And they took a belt away from him. And then he won that fight even though he wasn't able to win the belt because he missed weight. So that's why everyone says like he is the champion. He never like lost that belt. So, and people have been super disrespectful to Arman Tsarukyan this whole week. Everyone is asking, like, when people, like, there was a press conference where Arman Tsarukyan was there and they had fans go up and ask questions, and every time they asked a question, like, how is it going to feel getting knocked out by Charles Oliveira?
Dang.
Like shit like that. Like, what does it feel like to be fighting the champion who has the name and you fucking suck? Like, all like super disrespectful to Arman. And I saw an interview with Arman Tsarukyan yesterday where he was saying, they asked him, like, did you know that Charles Oliveira had so many fans? And he said, no, I didn't realize how big he was until now that I'm fighting him, and I didn't realize how good he was until I went back and watched all his fights, and I realized that this is like he's a dangerous man everywhere he's dangerous, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a crazy fight.
Damn, and that's like not even the main card.
And Charles Oliveira,
that's not the main fight.
Oh yeah, this is the 4th fight of the night. And honestly, this is my main event because Charles Oliveira is my favorite fighter, so I really want to see this. But Charles, like, even I watched an interview with him yesterday, and he was just supremely confident. He's like, dude, I'm gonna win this fight, and then I'm gonna fight Islam. And I want that rematch. And I didn't show up last time for that one, but I'm showing up this time, and that's my belt, and I'm getting it back.
I believe
he's a monster. So that's my guy. So with that being said, I don't want to include these next 3 fights into my parlay for the Above the Multiverse parlay. If you guys want to bet with us, you know, this is the parlay you took. You heard our bets. Charles Oliveira is going on there, my last one, because recently I won $100 on slots on this thing. I'm going to take a bigger bet than normally because this is UFC 300. I'm going to bet $30 for 300.
How much does it get you?
I'll win $4,700. If we're going big, we're going big, guys. If we're going big, we're going big.
Yeah, your boy Avery can't do that. I got $5 on that. It's gonna give me $700.
That's fine. I'll win 4,000 more than you, and I'll throw you.
Jesus, bro.
The bet has been placed.
That is crazy.
The bet has been placed.
That is crazy.
Snapshotting it.
That is crazy.
And I still got $44 to bet with.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy. That's it. That's it. That's gonna hit. That was gonna hit.
So that's my UFC 300 pick, guys. If you want to bet with me, I know it might be a stupid bet. It's 8 fucking fights.
That's not stupid. That's not stupid.
We really thought about this. We really did it, and I think we analyzed it well. And I think I think it's a smart bet.
So let me real quick. Let me tell you, because I put $2 on every single fight, like predicting every single fight, which is very hard to do.
Yes.
But I have done it before.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I have done it before. I think 2 or 3 times. 2 times? Was it 3 times?
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
And all has been bulk. Everyone has been bulk. Couple had Justin Gaethje in them. But anyways, so this is what $2 would get me if I get every single one right. All right?
Yeah.
We got Bo Nickel winning, which I obviously is going to happen. Charles Oliveira winning, which I believe in my boy. Justin Gaethje winning, which I believe in my boy. Whaley winning, which I believe in my girl. Alex Pereira winning, which I believe. Aljamain Sterling, which I believe. Now, here we go. This one's tough. It got Holly Holm winning, that one's tough. Then it has Sadiq Youssef winning.
I like Sadiq.
That's tough too.
I like
and
Sadiq.
then Bobby Green, I believe in him. It has Cody Garbrandt winning.
Oh, Cody Garbrandt.
Which is, I think he could do it.
I think he.
Jessica Andrade to win.
Yeah,
which
I like that.
I feel like she could win. And then I went against my guy, Turner.
Moicano is really good.
Yeah, I went against my guy. And then I got Yuri. So that $2 gets me $10,528 off of $2 if I win that one, which I feel like that can win. It's definitely a couple of them in there that makes me nervous, but you know, that's off of $2 though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We'll see, man. I'm excited for Saturday. This is the reason why I'll be going to the UFC fights, because
it's crazy.
I've won a lot of money during this. You know what I mean? And shout out to the UFC and Dana White. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I'm doing also. I just did a 13-leg parlay. Let's just see what happens.
What you got?
$3 would be $20,000.
$20,000, Jesus!
But we'll see. I mean, that's impossible almost. But anyways,
dude, don't say impossible.
Yeah, it's not.
It can happen, bro.
I mean, it is possible. That everything's possible, right? So it's good. I like that.
I've won 500 with the UFC, and I won 300 with the UFC, and I know I've won like 200 with the UFC.
Yeah.
In one night. One night, guys. So it's possible to win this much money.
Well, let's quickly talk about these last 3 fights, right? Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. It's gonna be a banger. That's everyone's like That's the people's main event. Everyone's hyped about that one. Everyone's excited about that. That's gonna be fucking crazy.
That boy Justin Gaethje is a freaking monster.
Yeah, but so is Max Holloway. They're the two baddest.
They're not gonna. I think that's gonna go all the way to the end.
I think it will too.
Like nobody's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, they're gonna both take. They're gonna eat every single punch, and we're gonna be going crazy. Like, how did he eat that? How did he eat that?
In the freaking center of the ring.
Yeah,
just
fucking going at it. It's gonna be sick. Zhang Weili versus Yao Xiaonan. They're both fucking good. Either way, it's cool because for at least for the UFC too, they're trying to build something in China, and they have a Chinese champion, and she's defending her belt against another Chinese number one contender. So like either way, they're good with China. So they're chilling. The UFC's happy either way this goes. But I mean, Zhang Weili is like she's a beast. She picked up Francis Ngannou, so you know. And then we get to our main events. The reason we're all here, even though you could be there for anything.
I put $6.16 on the Above the Multiverse parlay, and I get $969.
There we go. Let's do it.
Which is crazy. That's crazy.
The Above the Multiverse parlay, dude.
It's eight fights.
Yeah, it's 8 fights.
Which we could do.
I think we could do it.
That could be done. That could be done. But
and we skip these like main events, which are good. I think because these ones are. I think the Max Holloway Justin Gaethje fight can go either way. Zhang Weili Yao Xiaonan. I don't know enough about Yao, but she's really. I've seen her knock people out. She's good, and Zhang Weili's fucking good. They can eat punches. So we'll see. And then Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill, which is the main event. If you guys don't know, I kind of explained the whole thing with, how Jamal Hill had to gave up his title. Alex Pereira ended up fighting Yuri Prohaska for it, and Alex Pereira won. Now, Jamal Hill came back after a torn Achilles, which he got from playing basketball, after only a year, which is sometimes a career-ending injury.
Yeah.
Comes back after a year, ready to fight Alex Pereira, who is probably one of the scariest guys in the world, and he's fighting him after a year off, coming back to be like, so it's super gangster of him.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing stuff where the one thing that's cool during this fight week is they do all the analysts and stuff, they talk about the fights, and previous fighters are talking about who's going to be the biggest star to come out of UFC 300. What's going to be the story that we're talking about on Monday? Because that's the biggest thing. There's so many storylines. Like, who are we going to be talking about on Monday? Are we going to talk about Aljamain coming up a weight class and beating and looking dominant? Is it going to be Justin Gaethje knocks out Max Holloway, and Max Holloway's never been knocked down before? Is it going to be Max Holloway knocks out, is it going to be the new BMF title? Is it going to be fucking all this stuff? If Jamal Hill beats Alex Pereira, that's some wild shit. That's gangster as fuck, and he might be the main fucking story because he's the headline. He is the guy. So we'll see. I like Jamal Hill. I really like him. I think he might be the one to do it. But Alex Pereira is so scary, and every time I bet against him because I hated him because of Izzy, I can't bet against him, man. He's so good.
Shout out to Jamal Hill, man. Shout out to Jamal Hill. Shout out to Quan, because Quan is homeboys with Jamal Hill. But I feel like
Jamal Hill walks out to Avery's song,
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't know if Quan did that, but yeah, man. Shout out to Jamal Hill. Shout out to Quan, but I don't see it. Like, you know what I mean? You can sometimes see like things happen. I feel like Alex is gonna knock out Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
I feel
Jamal Hill might do it, dude. Jamal Hill's really good. What's Jamal's record? Does it show on there? Let's see. 12-1.
Who Yuri?
Who did he lose to? He didn't lose to Yuri, He lost to. I mean, this was way back in. Oh, he lost to Paul Craig. He got knocked out in the first round.
Who the hell is Paul Craig?
Paul Craig is like a Scottish dude. He's dope.
Okay.
He's good.
What do you think of this right here? Last one. Last one I'm going to bet today, and then I'm not messing with this money till Saturday. Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill. Over 1 round. 1.5.
I think that's a good one.
All right.
But damn, I mean, what if Alex catches him when the fucking knocks him out, dude?
Not in 1 round. I don't think in 1 round. I think he'll catch him in like the 2nd or 3rd round.
I think Jamal's smart enough to not engage and not get hit. But
yeah, because I seen
he's long.
I seen something
it's gonna be so good,
I seen something
dude.
you sent me. I seen something you sent me.
Oh my god!
And he said
he seems like he's ready for him. Like he has a plan.
Yeah,
he has a plan against him.
But what he said was the thing that you sent me, where he was like, oh, like you get the shirt size.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I respect you. Like, so he knows. Like, he knows not to be like, underestimate him. Like, I feel like he knows that this guy's dangerous.
Dude, for sure.
So I don't know, man. But I mean, we got more theories and stuff to talk about because I got some more stuff to throw your way. But yeah, man, shoot, Saturday it's on, baby. It's on. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be screaming crazy. And yelling up here.
It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. Honestly, it's gonna be fucking fun and it's gonna be dope.
Shout out to Matt and Vio. They pull it up every time they've come, except for the last one we went to their house. But every time they come to Dre's house, I win money. Yeah. So we need to tell Matt to bring Vio. Yeah. So Matt and Vio need to come.
They're gonna be here.
Every time they come, I win money, bro. So
I'm hyped, dude. It's gonna be really fun. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be one of the greatest nights of my life, and I can't wait. And I'm fucking just super hyped. And yeah, I love it, man. It's fucking UFC 300, guys. Can't wait. I don't know what else. I mean, after that, I don't know what else there's to talk about. I mean, we talked about the UFC fights. We talked about X-Men. We talked about WrestleMania.
No.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that.
No.
Let's just say I apologize for not talking about that.
Yeah, no. I don't want to do it.
Look, this is what I'll say. Real quick. I'm not going to say anything big. Obviously, there's a major story that we could talk about when it comes to the J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake stuff. The only thing I'll say is because we missed a lot of stuff because the way we record our podcast has just been falling on different days than when things are happening with it, right? So we missed when the Kendrick verse came out. We missed when the J. Cole verse came out. We missed when the incident, I'll say, I won't call it out. I'm not going to say anything specific. I'm just going to say the incident with J. Cole happened. And we could talk about it now, but I don't want to. But I will say one thing. I heard Joe Budden on a podcast say Drake that thing. Drake, he's heard from Drake's camp and Kendrick's camp that they both have some heat loaded in the fucking chamber and they're about to blast, and hopefully we catch that for the next podcast. Yeah, and we'll talk about everything on the next podcast. All right, once those verses come out and stuff, we'll talk about that. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I'll say on that. Yeah. That's all I'll say on that. Yeah. So
the one thing I just want to say one thing. Just one thing, and then I'm done with it because this is the only thing that bothers me. Shout out to J. Cole, man. Everybody and their mama knows. Shout out to Cole. Cole is my guy, bro. Like that is my Biggie Tupac. J. Cole is, and I understand the fact, you know, what he said, what he wanted to do. It's just now he doesn't owe me anything. He doesn't owe the fans anything, but because we are fans and we low-key defend him, we look idiots. We look like dumbass idiots. Now, we can't even say, like, yo, J. Cole is the best. Like, I can't.
It's like when I used to defend Kanye West a lot, and then he did some stuff that I'm just like, I can't defend him anymore.
Yeah, like, I can't even stick up for this guy anymore. I for sure understand, and, like, I'm never, ever doubting his rap ability. Like, he's a lyrical genius. Don't get me wrong with that. Don't ever disrespect him in that. But, like, to be the best rapper, it's like I can't defend. Like I know he is a beast.
You know he is.
I know he is, but like I can't, like, you know, so like, oh, somebody's like, oh, Drake is the best, and it's like I can't be like Cole is the best. I can't.
I mean, he's still better than Drake.
I think he is, but like everybody's gonna be like, nigga, you can't talk. Your guy bowed out. Your guy bowed out. Like,
and then
it's hard to do. You know what I'm saying?
And for you guys, on another side note too, for you guys to even, you took out J. Cole out of the top 3 and then put NBA YoungBoy. Shut the fuck up, dude. I've seen some stuff where it's like,
that's crazy.
Oh, now the new 3 is NBA YoungBoy in there, and like, shut up, crazy. Dude. Or like they're putting like, I forgot they put someone else in there that I was like, shut up, dude. No, it's still the top 3. It's still J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
Before we leave, I just want to say one more last thing. Our homie Juwan, shout out to yours, had said this when we were arguing.
Can I tell you something?
We were arguing about this whole J. Cole situation, and he was 100% right, and I didn't want him to be right, but J. Cole was so aggressive at Kendrick and so like very like bar heavy with gun raps, and that is the only thing that I would agree that he shouldn't have done. I feel like if Cole came at him on just rap, just like, hey, you my little bro, but you can't rock with me, then I feel like he wouldn't have backed out and apologized. But I feel
Because
like the way
he did the gun stuff,
did it, he had to, because he's not that type of guy.
Because Kendrick came out and went the gun shit, so he was trying to like emulate
So
that, and
it
it
sucks,
wasn't
man.
him, right? So
it's like I get it, I understand. Shout out to Cole, man. Like, cause I'm y'all know me. I'm a rapper. I'm a peace rapper too. So like, I don't like the rap gun bars, all that.
I'll
Like,
see about this later.
I'm not that type of rapper. So I get what Cole is doing, but it's just like, man, I feel like I wish he never put out 7 Minute Drill.
yeah.
I just wish he just never did that, man.
Or put it out separately, not on the album. Put out the album and then put out that separately.
Or just waited for Drake to respond. He should have waited. This is what should have happened. He should have waited for Drake, and then waited for what Kendrick was gonna do. If Kendrick dissed him again, then pulled up. But
yeah, he played the whole thing wrong, and it sucks.
And it sucks, man. It sucks. It
sucks as a Cole fan.
It sucks. But man, I'm still a Cole fan. Yeah, don't ever disrespect. Yeah. Like, he's still one of them. He has
a better body of work.
He's still one of them ones. So
but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Don't ever talk to me about the debate anymore. I don't want to talk about it. Like, if you believe Kendrick is, if you believe Drake is, whatever. I don't care. J. Cole is my favorite rapper. That's it.
That's fine.
That's it. If somebody say, "Oh, Kendrick's the best rapper," I'll be like, "Okay, cool. J. Cole's my favorite rapper." That's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna do it. That's cool. That's cool. J. Cole's my favorite rapper.
It doesn't matter. They're still not touching Jay-Z, so it doesn't matter. But yeah. Anyways, I feel like we're going out on a sad note, just like X-Men did.
Yeah. Cool world, man. Cool world.
I feel like just when X-Men died, I felt like crying, and the way this episode is ending, I feel like crying as well.
Yeah, dude.
But we got some good stuff coming up, and honestly, I can't cry because you know what? At the end of the day, the whole Cole stuff, yeah, it hurts and it sucks, but dude, I got fucking tomorrow is Thursday. I think we got the press conference on Friday. We got the weigh-ins, and on Saturday we got UFC 300, and I can't wait.
Let's get it.
That's all I care about, and that's all I want to do. And that's all I want to talk about.
Let's get it.
And that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
I'm super invested now. Obviously, because I want to see some good fights and see some good storylines, but because we might win some big money.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
We've always been, we've always won like some little money, some good money, but I want some like money that's gonna be like, damn, like I won like major money on this one.
If you got 20,000, that'd be crazy.
Motherfuckers.
20,000 be crazy.
Let's
or even a 10,000. I got a 10,000. What was the other one? 4,000.
4,007. My above the multiverse bet is a $5,000 bet.
Yeah, if I hit that 900, that'd be crazy too.
That's good. That's fucking dope.
This is what we doing. We trying to go for the above the multiverse bet.
Yeah.
If anything else fails,
you guys bet with us.
That's the one we want to win. That's the one we want to win.
Come next week, you guys see us on this podcast. We're gonna be. I'm gonna have a chain. It's like a brand new studio, like crazy.
Yeah.
Like
so next week, stay tuned, bro.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna have a multiple camera for angles.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking crazy. There's gonna be like dancers and windows behind us, so looking just like interpretive dancing and shit.
We're gonna have a sign of the multiverse blinking. Like,
fucking drip down diamonds and shit. It's gonna be crazy. So just be on the lookout for that. But guys, I appreciate you once again, for watching this. Remember to like the video, comment, share it, all that stuff. Once again, too, we do have the Cashapp. If you want to donate to our movie fund, throw some money into the Cashapp.
Deadpool is coming up very, very quick.
Yes, throw some money into the Cashapp for the Above the Multiverse Cashapp. So that's the way to support us. We got some good stuff coming up. The Planet of the Apes is coming out soon, which is gonna be dope.
I just seen that. I'm gonna see Civil War tomorrow.
Damn it! Well, another big thing I wanted to talk about, we didn't talk about, and I mean, I don't know if it's too late. We've been going for a long time. We're almost on 2 hours, but the Joker 2 trailer came out.
Oh yes,
and that shit looks so really good, dude. I was hyped on that. It looks so good.
I was pissed when they said that it was gonna be a musical, but then when I seen the trailer, I was like,
it makes sense.
I can see
because let's just get into it a little bit. It makes sense because the Joker's fucking psycho, and you're seeing it in his mind, and so like you don't know what's real and what's fake, and it makes sense that the musical shit, like there's a scene where he's like walking out with the like getting escorted out of Arkham Asylum, and there's the guys with the 4 umbrellas, and then he looks up and they're colored umbrellas, like just little shit like that. Or there's a scene where him and Harley are dancing, and it's like this romantic dancing, and it's just like the world is perfect and they're having this musical number, but then they cut to like them dancing, and it's just the chaos in the city. movie, right? So
yeah,
and they're in their own world. And the movie, I think it's like Folie de Deux, or I forgot what it is. It's like some French name, right? Folie de Deux. It means an illusion shared by two people. So it's like they're both in this delusion of this mindset of a craziness, but really the world's burning around them.
I seen
it looks fucking crazy.
I think I seen what you call it,
the breakdown stuff.
Yeah, breakdown from Screen Crush.
Oh yeah,
and when I saw that, I was like, oh shoot, like it sounds like, I mean, from what I've heard of what Harley Quinn is like, yes, they are like
perfect
patient and
like a patient and doctor.
Yeah,
like
patient
she's
and doctor.
Like,
and then it's like
she's like his psychiatrist.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shoot, it reminds me.
He manipulated her.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm in love with this crazy ass dude. And then
he's crazy.
Which would be really dope.
I mean, yeah,
that's a dope storyline right there.
The story of Harley Quinn and Joker is fucking dope. But if they can do it in real life, and we'll see how much they adapt from like the storyline from the comics and different stuff in the cartoons. But if they do it right, it would be fucking dope. And honestly, I didn't think Lady Gaga was gonna do good, but I'm in it, dude. I think she looks cute in the movie, kind of honestly.
I like this. I like this because I like the first Joker, so I'm a fan.
So
I'm down. I just hope the music isn't long. Like it's not like I rock with musicals. Like I rock with Hamilton. I rock with I used to watch High School Musical freaking growing up, bro.
God, come on.
But like I don't want it to be like a super musical where
no, I don't think it's gonna be like that. Not like the new Mean Girls, which everyone hated.
I didn't even see that.
It was a story for a little while.
Yeah, but anyways, I don't want it to be like that. Like if it's just on some this part needs music and they come in for 2 seconds and then go to.
I think they're gonna do it well. We'll see. I have faith in
But
them.
it looks good, man. It looks good. I'm excited for it.
So yeah, Joker 2, guys.
Yeah.
So we got some good stuff coming up.
I'm gonna see Civil War tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll let y'all know how that is.
It's probably gonna be good. It's an A24 movie, so that's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just remember, guys, if you guys want to donate to support us in any kind of way, throw some money into our Cash App for the movie tickets, and that we don't need any support any other way. We're not trying to make money off you guys. We just want to, go watch the movies, and hopefully for with the support of you guys. So, but we appreciate it, man. Remember, like I said, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want. And just, we're doing it, guys. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep doing this. And we love you guys. Hopefully our bet hits. And that's all I can say, man. Anything else?
Nah, man. We gotta win.
We're going to win this money. So, UFC 300, guys. Go watch that. Till then, till next week. We love you guys. It's been another episode of Above the Multiverse. And peace.